presentation of Toastmaster Prasanna Kumar. I concur with whatever you said. I think you need to implement whatever I said. Voice modulation is preferably to be included so that you make more impact about different investments that you talked about, angel investment and the other things that you talked about. That would have probably imprinted more on our minds if there was voice modulation in it. We move on to the next speaker. The next speaker was Toastmaster Manjunath. He was talking about make them laugh. Now, how many of you really laughed when he was speaking? Can I have a show of hands, please? I think everyone laughed when he spoke. Now remember, whenever Manjunath speaks, I have heard him several times, not necessarily this talk, but several times. Whenever he speaks, he actually makes us laugh. That's what I found, even in the CA Toastmasters Club, whenever he speaks. Whenever he comes on the stage, we laugh. He represents humor as such. But today, there was a slight casualness in his approach. When you are making a talk like this for a competition, you should be more serious about it. You should see that I found that the movements, there were certain movements unnecessary. Too many times we were moving just because many of us misunderstand. The Toastmaster says you should use the stage optimum. So that doesn't mean like simply move up and down, right? So I should use the stage only when it's required. When you're talking about different characters, I can move on the stage. But otherwise, even while you were telling one particular joke, you still kept on moving. So I was more concentrating on your movements rather than what you were saying. See, whenever there is unnecessary movement, it distracts the attention of the audience. So that you will have to keep aside. Of course, the plus point in your presentation is you started with a joke, you concluded with a joke. In fact, that is what the project requires. And you should also fill the body with jokes. That also he did. Only problem was there were not too many jokes in the body. There was only one joke, and that it went on for a long time. Too many questions. So when you ask too many questions, the significance of asking a question gets, diluted. So you should ask probably 3 questions, maximum 4 questions, and then maybe if you want to add some more questions, talk something in between and then bring in the questions again. So it was a series of questions which lost their significance by the time you ask the last question. So it's always better it is in triads. Always use it in triads, or if you have such series of questions, pause, let it sink in, and then ask the other questions as well. I think you made us laugh. That was the point that needed to be done, objective that needed to be achieved through this project. You made us laugh, we laughed, no doubt. Probably if you can add, instead of those questions, if you can add some more jokes in between, it will make it even more interesting, because I know you are capable of doing it. And what he drove home a very significant point, responsibility. How many of us are really responsible? The ability to respond appropriately, that is responsible. That is a very significant point which he drove home. Very well done, superb talk, but then you need to rehearse and bring in some seriousness. You shouldn't, it appeared that you were taking lightly. You should present seriously. The audience should laugh. The audience should feel light about what you said. But the way, the casualness with which you walked, it looked like a professor walking up and down the stage. That's what I found. Most of my professors walk up and down. And in college, we had one professor, mathematics, excellent professor. But we used to never concentrate on what he was saying. We were only concentrating on his unnecessary movement. He said A plus B whole square is equal to A squared plus B squared plus 2A. So at the end of the class, we used to sit together and count the number of ups and downs he did. We never talked about what was A plus B whole square. So that shouldn't happen. We should avoid unnecessary movement. Well done. My evaluation is over. You can